My God, I'm being so productive. Okay. Orange Fanta lip smacker. Stole it from Walmart. I'm wearing my The Go Team shirt. This is my August. What is it called? Oh, book haul. I have decided to stop buying books so frequently, so I'm not gonna buy any more books for the month after this, except I totally am. I don't even know why I'm saying that. I don't know who I'm saying it for. Oh yeah, I have one. Okay, well, I'm not getting up, but I just forgot. I have one in my backpack that I got yesterday. But yes, I'm going to be talking about some books that I bought. Once again, probably don't even know what they're about, but I'll try my best. Well, the first one, a picture will go here. I got a copy of Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. You know, we all know what that is. And I decided that I should probably read it at some point, so I just picked up a copy. So that is over there. I feel like getting it. Next I got the Hawkline Monster by Richard Brautigan. So this is actually, I did not buy this. My friend gave it to me. She read it, and she had 2 copies of it, and she thought that I would like it. So she gave me one of the copies, so that was nice. This is, you know, it has a subtitle, A Gothic Western. From what my friend was saying, it seems like it is a parody of Westerns, and it's more of like a gothic horror, which sounds very interesting to me. This is not what I was like expecting it to look like when she was describing it to me, but you know, it's a good size. And what year is this? Well, it's set in 1902. This was only $6, $5.95. What the fuck? 1974. So I do love 70s writing, so I don't know if anyone knows what this is, but it sounds interesting. Definitely gonna read it. Next thing I got was a graphic novel. It is called Chants in Hell by Gilbert Hernandez. This is one of those things that I have no idea what it's about, but I picked it up, I looked through it, I was like, the story would be something that I like. You know what I mean? You know, it is like kind of that like ugly American black and white kind of graphic novel, but I do like those sometimes. Fantagraphics, yeah. It kind of looks like a horror. Let me read it. I don't know what it's about. Yeah, it's like about a troubled girl, and I don't know. There's magical realism, so, you know. It was just cool. Next, I got Sarah by JT Leroy. So, incidentally enough, I was just reading about JT Leroy. I knew that name, but I had no idea who that was or whatever. And I read about this book and how JT Leroy, this was supposed to be like a kind of autobiographical fiction book. And it, apparently details a very sad, disturbing life. And then JT Leroy just got exposed for making everything up about her character as an author. And it was like this whole experiment by these 2 people. And so then after knowing that, people were like, well, then this book sucks, because it was good because people thought that it was true. But, I don't need it to be true. I just need it to be good. So this definitely seems like it kind of fits into that dark gay contemporary stuff that I like. I don't know if it's necessarily gay, but I think it's queer in some aspect. So I was like, well, I love a liar, so, sister. Next I got Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward. So as you know, well, you probably don't know, I did just read Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward, and I did like it. I did have some problems with it, but I definitely wanted to read more of her other books, so I picked this one up next. It smells new, because I liked her writing. Actually don't even know what this one's about. I just truly chose it based off the name. Let's see. They heard it on the radio. A hurricane is coming. Nope. It sounds like it's another family drama like Sing Unburied Sing was. But this time the kind of overarching plot device is a hurricane. So that sounds really interesting. I'm sure it's sure it's commenting probably on Hurricane Katrina and how that affected black families, because Jesmyn Ward, from what I read, is very much exploring those sort of themes of modern black families being affected by multiple things in America. So yeah, this sounds really good. So I'll read it eventually. Next, I got Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsey. This is a classic, obviously. Let me tell you, I fucking hate these Penguin Classic editions. I think they're fucking ugly. Like, I don't like how it's all black like that. But this was the only option, so. Picnic at Hanging Rock is an Australian classic. I don't know a lot about Australian literature. I do have another Australian classic up on the top shelf. I'm very familiar with Picnic at Hanging Rock. It is the story of a group of girls from a all-girls school who go on a day trip to Hanging Rock, which is like a rock formation in Australia, and a couple of the girls disappear while on the trip. And then it's about them dealing, like the girls that are left behind, dealing with this disappearance and this mystery involved or surrounding Hanging Rock and like what happened to the girls. So there's a film version of this that I have seen and I own. It's right there. And I really love that film. So I was like, let me get this book real quick. Let me get into the gig. Let me see the source material. So that's why I picked it up. Also, I try to read like books from all around the world. So I only had one other Australian book. So speaking of books from around the world, also got Nothing on Earth by Conor O'Callaghan. If you can tell, it's Irish. That is the fucking most Irish name I've ever heard in my life. This is a literary horror. It's about a guy who is home one day and then this girl starts knocking on his door. As he gets to know her and as she's talking, he's like, this story that she's telling me, like, about her life is horrible, but also something's really weird and something's weird about her. So apparently this is very scary and disturbing. I kind of doubt that. I've never read a horror book that actually really scared me, but I thought it sounded interesting enough, and I was like, hey, let's throw some Irish literature in there. So this was the one. Wow, I am breezing through these, bitch. I've been recording for 13 minutes, girl. I'm doing good. Okay. Next, I have Atomik, Aztecs by Sesshu Foster. Oh. Foster? What the fuck? I saw this book on a Goodreads list, actually. And I was like, oh, for once, I found something on Goodreads that I could be interested in reading. So I picked it up because the premise is really crazy. It's basically an alternate universe where the Aztecs became like the ruling society on Earth. So it's like in modern times, but in that alternate universe, like how Aztec culture would have been if it kept progressing and now is in modern times. I mean, it's 2000, this was written in 2005, but yeah, like the Aztecs colonized Europe. And now it's set in LA, contemporary LA, but with interesting made up kind of modern Aztec culture. So this sounds like nothing I've read before, so I am really, really interested to see how this goes for me. I was looking through it, and first of all, the dimensions of this book are kind of weird. Like, this is like a normal dimensions of like a paperback book, but this one is like really wide. So that tells me something, right? Usually when a book has these dimensions and has this kind of glossy cover like this one does, it means that the press that made it is not great. There's like weird press that like release public domain printings of books and the covers are like freaking blurry and stuff like that. That is very much what this is reminding me of. Like the cover's not blurry, like it looks nice, but there's something weird about the production of this book. So that was like my first kind of thing when I was like, oh, like just I guess you can't tell, but like the pages are so wide. But anyways, I was looking through it and there are like pictures in it actually. Well, now I can't find any, so never mind. Yeah, like there's like actual pictures in it. So that's interesting. So yeah, I think this can be really cool. Next, I got a mass market paperback. It's Crompton Divided by Robert Sheckley. I like my retro sci-fi mass market paperbacks with yellow ass pages because they're so old. If you'll watch my last reading wrap up for June and July, I read my first Robert Sheckley book, which is Can You Feel Anything When I Do This, which is that yellow one right there. And I saw this and I went, ooh, let me snatch that because I want to read more of him. So the one that I read last month was a short story collection, but this one is actually like a full novel. So I couldn't tell you what it's about. I'm reading the back right now and I'm like, I can't even like focus, but it is a full novel by him. So I'm interested to see how he works in that medium. And yeah, it was super cheap. So next I got Sayonara Gangsters by... Girl, why they gotta do it like that? By Genichiro Takahashi. So this is a Japanese novel. I think it's also like early 2000s. Yeah, 2004. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about 2004. I have discovered anything that was made in 2004, if it's a movie, a book, whatever, I love it. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything that I've ever read or watched from 2004 has been amazing. Some of my favorite films of all time are from 2004. Mysterious Skin, Innocence, Mean Creek. The Sluts was from 2004. So this was written in 2004, so I have high hopes for it. I don't know what it is about that year, but I've always loved it. I can't tell you what this one's about either because right here, the blurb on the back says, oh, Jonathan Safran Foer. Literally the first sentence is, Sayonara Gangsters is one of those rare books that actually defies description. Apparently, this book is very interesting in terms of its structure. It's somewhat like House of Leaves, I guess, where it has like letters and other stuff. And it's set in like a near future, which I guess for 2005 would be now. So, but I think that it's like about a man and there's like just shit going on and I don't know, he's trying to figure something out. Whatever. Everything that I read about it sold me on it. This cover is really cool. It's actually like the words are in these bubbles, but it's actually like the dust jacket. Like, you know, the words are actually on this. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I think this one's gonna be really cool. Okay, last is something stupid. I just got this Bigfoot Apes, The True Story of Apes in America by Loren Coleman. It's just a nonfiction book about Bigfoot. I don't know if I've revealed this, but I am obsessed with Bigfoot. I have other Bigfoot books down on this shelf that you can't see, but, you know, eventually one day. And buying this, I officially made this shelf too crowded, and now I have to, like, stack it on top. I also have Bigfoot things on the top of this shelf, like figurines and stuff. I love Bigfoot, okay? He's my man, okay? I just want to date him. Is that too much to ask? Or I gotta like learn everything I can about him for like when, you know, the time comes when we actually meet, and then, you know, I don't want to like ask him questions that I should know already, and, you know, he'll be like, well, did you read, you know, Bigfoot Apes in America? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, I skimmed it. Yeah, so, like, where are you from again? So, you know, I'm trying to avoid an awkward situation. So, yeah, hopefully we fuck. I don't know. No, but literally for real, I don't know. I really am obsessed with Bigfoot. I love a myth. I love a cryptid. I love a legend, okay? Legend. You know, there's not that many books about Bigfoot out there. So when I come across one, I'm like, let me snatch that shit real quick. However, I have not been reading nonfiction in a while, but I think I will read one this month. So yeah, I bought this, so I had to talk about it. Okay, that sure is that. I'm gonna try to stop myself from buying more books this month, but we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching. Au revoir.